morning. This is Christine from Selfless Yoga. Just wanted to do a live for the first time on Selfless Yoga. And it's the first time, so it may not be the most perfect video, but I'm excited to be here today with you. So, whenever you're ready, just get onto your mat, get into a comfortable position, cross your legs. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so excited for you to be here today to practice with me. And we are going to do a gentle morning yoga practice, especially since it's Sunday. So go ahead and start to close your eyes and just start to breathe, feeling the inhales and exhale. Starting to follow your breath. And just noticing how your body feels in this moment. And as you start to breathe, I just wanted to introduce myself to you. So I am Christine, and I'm a registered nurse, and I love yoga. I enjoy yoga. And my training was in Bali, in Indonesia. I did an Ashtanga Vinyasa yoga teacher training. And I've always loved, educating, learning, growing. And even if I don't know everything, I'm always wanting to learn and share. And so I wanted to do a YouTube channel on yoga. There's so many yoga channels out there, but I just wanted to do one for myself just to practice, to teach, and to expand myself in different areas and share as much as I can. And everyone has something to learn and grow. And so that was my goal with my practice. I wanted to help instill stillness. Now I have two beautiful children, my beautiful husband. And, a lot of times we think that, it's hard for moms to practice. So you may see young people doing yoga and you're like, wow, that's so awesome, but I don't have the time. And so I wanted to share yoga with everyone. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to be this specific prototype person. You could just be yourself and just work on trying your best, having an open heart. And if something in your body doesn't feel right, always listening to your body. But I wanted to share yoga to moms. Sometimes they can't practice in the morning. Sometimes they can't practice at night. Sometimes it's the middle of the day. And so I wanted to show and share my transformation, my practice with having a family and children. And sometimes you might see my daughters in the background. They might be practicing with me along with you, to be a part of this community. And I just wanted to share that with you. And so I'm so excited to be here today. And I'm just waiting another minute just to make sure. And I was talking a lot, but we'll just go back to our breath again. Feeling the inhales and exhales. And just taking note of how you feel in this moment. Just elongating your spine a little bit more. Relaxing your shoulders a little bit more. And slowly opening your eyes. So we are going to do a gentle spinal stretch first, just to move our spine in different directions. It's a very popular spinal stretch, just to help open up our spine because we'll be moving it in many directions. So inhale, palms up. Just looking up at your hands or looking up at the sky, really elongating and opening your shoulders up. Just breathing here. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your hands, maybe onto your forearms. And if that's comfortable, relaxing your head. Taking a couple of slow and deep breaths. And making sure you're grounding through your sit bones, really sitting back. And starting to breathe here a little bit more. And as we lay in this position, as we surrender to ourselves, surrender to the universe, surrender to the higher power, whatever you want to call it, start to think about your intention for your practice today. For me, my intention is really focusing on, being more calm, being more in tune with my mind body connection. That's my intention for today. And one more breath. And inhale, hands all up. And bring your hands behind for a gentle back bend. So lifting your chest nice and forward. Opening your chest, if comfortable, dropping your head behind you. Just breathing here. You may feel some tension in your neck. And if that's uncomfortable for you, just go ahead and keep your head nice and straight. Really opening your heart, lifting your chest forward. One more breath. And exhale, come back up. And bring your hands down. And go over to your right side. Bringing that arm over, same line as your sit bones. Really opening your chest again. If that feels comfortable, looking up at your hand. If not, just look forward. And breathe here. If you want to go onto your forearm, you can for a deeper stretch. You don't have to. Just make sure your heart's nice and forward. And slow and deep breaths. And inhale, come back up. And let's switch sides. Just focus on the inhales. And exhaling. Making sure your breath is nice and slow and deep. Really expanding your belly, rib cage, upper chest as you inhale. And releasing. Come back up towards the center. I'm going to do a gentle twist over to your left side. Making your right hand across your knee. Left hand behind you. Really rolling your shoulders down and twisting from your upper chest, not from your neck. And breathe here. Inhale, really elongate your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. One more breath. And switch to the other side. Inhaling, open your chest. Elongate your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Just starting to slowly wake up the body. You've been sleeping all night. Or it could be the opposite, working all day, depending on your time zone. But just trying to release, opening the fascia, the connective tissue in this moment. One more breath. And come back to center. And just noticing how you feel right now. Going back to your breath. Closing your eyes. Softening your eyes. Relaxing your upper and lower jaw. Coming back to this present moment together with me, together with yourself. Really following your breath like a detective. Slowly opening your eyes. So now we just did a couple of minutes of gentle spine movement, and you might notice, feel a little bit more loose. We're going to warm up our wrists. Go ahead and do some rotations, one direction. Just want to do a gentle practice today, just to get used to doing lives with you. And yes, could do more, or less. But I didn't want to just do a live and talk. I want to do a live and give you this beautiful gift of yoga. As you can tell, I do have a bit of a sore throat today. I do apologize for my voice, but I want to be here with you, practice with you, and just be myself with you in this moment, just as you are in this moment. Maybe in your night clothes, maybe in your day clothes, maybe in your whatever it is, and you're comfortable along with me. Just being yourself, letting go of the family, the children, the job, the expectations of friends and society. And it's coming back to you. Just keep switching on and off with rotations on your own. Just listening to your body, noticing what feels best for you. And then we're going to go ahead and just go back and forth, our hands in towards each other, out. Just really warming up our elbows now, wrist, elbows. Be gentle, not pushing. If you ever feel any sharp pain, numbness, tingling, always stop, or maybe taking a moment to just be a little bit slower and gentler. Always listening to your body, never pushing your body. Because when we don't listen to our body, the signs that it tells us something's going on, it causes injury. We don't have that. Might feel some heat now. Now we're going to go take our fingers, cup it. You kind of grab into something, onto your shoulders, and do some circles with your elbows, making the most beautiful circles you've ever made in one direction. And then switch, maybe noticing how your shoulders may feel tight. You might feel some soreness. You can just feel just some opening, and not judging the body, just taking note of how the body is, accepting the body. And release. We're going to warm up our ankles. So we're going to warm up all of our joints today. Because, during the week, we're walking, we're sitting, standing, moving, and not giving the love and attention of our ankles. Trying to get back some blood flow there. You may hear some clicking. It's okay. Just bringing back nutrients, oxygen. Also helps with decreasing inflammation as you move those joints. And now we're going to go ahead. Let's see. With our knees, we're just going to go side. So we're going to bring your legs nice and wide. We're going to kind of do our hips and kind of also help stretch the sides of our knees. So just doing some windshield wipers. You might notice a bit of warmth there. I really love this. It's like one of my favorite movement releases because our hips, if it's really tight, can really affect your knees, affect your spine, and affects all the joints, right? So as we really work on those hips and opening it, can really help other parts of our body. Just feeling, breathing. So happy to be here today. Okay. And now we're just going to go back into a seated position. And we're going to go ahead and bring our feet in, walk it in slowly, knees touching. Now there are 3 arches on your feet. So it's very important to ground through your feet now. So it's going to be not having your feet in outwards or inwards, just grounding it nice and even, like you're feeling you're gripping the floor. Okay? And then you go ahead, take your hands, and just wrapping around, just dropping your head wherever it's at. So I can't drop my head onto my knees, but I'm just going to envision my head falling forward. And just holding the posture. You may think, is this yoga? As long as we're focusing on our breath, really opening our body gently, it doesn't matter how deep you go. And trying to breathe and be in stillness. Slow and deep. If you feel you can walk your feet in a little bit more, maybe you can hug a little bit more. But if not, just stay where you're at. Usually after 30 to 45 seconds, your body releases a little bit more. And you may take note that you can go a little bit deeper. But if this is too deep, you can always release the pose and come back into it. Never feel pressure to stay. It's more important to be aware of our body, be mindful of our body and how it feels in different postures. Because some poses might be easier for me, for example, but poses that you do might be harder for me. And that's the unique thing about being a unique person. We all have our strengths. We all have things that we're working on. It doesn't have to be that I'm better, you're better. No, we're just perfect just the way we are. And that's one of the things that yoga does is just the union from within, union into the universe, union to the higher purpose of life, whatever it is, nature. So you accepting the pose, surrendering to the pose, wherever you're at, being okay with that. And one more breath and release. Putting both our feet out to the side, Baddha Konasana. And we can do a wide Baddha Konasana. And we're not going to use any props today. So if at any point you feel it's too deep or uncomfortable, you can always lay in Shavasana. When you lay on your back with your arms open, legs out, or in child's pose. And right now we're just going to massage our inner feet in this pose. Massaging the inner feet. Maybe massaging the tops of the toes. Just giving that love to yourself. And going to your heel just for a moment. Massaging around the ankles. Slowly coming up. You rarely get to do this, just like give love to our own body. Releasing. And even if you don't go deep, it's very gentle. Just keeping your legs open in this position in stillness while you massage is really healing. And just keep trying, keep being patient with yourself. And I already feel some release going on the top of our shins. feeling that warmth of our body, our hands, not going onto your knee. Be very gentle and soft with your knees. Because our knees don't get a lot of blood flow. Okay? So if you have a knee injury, it takes a very long time to heal. So we want to be very gentle with our knees in any posture. If you're ever feeling any pain or discomfort, doesn't matter, the mind. I've experienced it where my mind said, I can go deep. And I hurt my knees and it took a long time to heal. Is it worth it? No, because then it just makes you not be able to practice. And that's not something I want to stop doing and stop sharing. And also, it's just you don't want to hurt your body because the ego comes in and it tells you, you can keep pushing, and you just can't. Just listening to the body, being gentle with the body will open up over time. And I've noticed since I've been practicing pretty much every day, I don't miss a practice. Even if I get home really late at night, I will go in my bed and I will do a gentle restorative practice for 15 to 20 minutes. Or I will come downstairs to this room right here. Just keep going up to your hips now. Just rubbing on the inner hips. I would come downstairs and do a couple of sun salutations, for example, which is a Vinyasa flow. And I will go ahead and do that. And just give myself that time because I realize I sleep so much better. And the aches and the pains I used to have, I don't really have them anymore, which I'm pretty surprised because it's been years of neck tension and pain and my spine, my knees, my hips. Sometimes my wrists would hurt. And just like work with computers, on computer, with my electronic record when I document and sitting very stiff. So I've noticed that really doing a little bit of a practice. And I just do a practice, whatever my body feels, whatever postures pop in my head, I just do it. Even though I do my Ashtanga Vinyasa practice, I try to do it as much as possible. I practice every day. And the day off that we say, a full moon or a new moon or once a week, I do more of a gentler practice. I might do yin yoga. I might do restorative yoga or whatever yoga that feels for me on my day off. And life happens. So I try not to be so hard on myself. And I hope you feel that motivation that you can practice. And if you miss a day, it's okay. Okay. I think we really warmed up our legs and got massage. I feel so much better. How do you feel? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And still keep extending your legs now. It doesn't have to be fully wide, just rubbing over and slowly coming forward. You may feel just being very gentle, going a little forward and back. You start feeling in your hamstrings. Just trying to do some movement to warm up our body a little bit before we do some deeper poses. Always must warm up to help prevent injury. And I'm flexing my feet so I'm engaging through my muscles so it protects my joints and my ligaments. Coming to the side. And this is a type of yoga where you're really giving your body a little bit of love. Your body needs it and deserves it. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and start walking ourselves up, taking your time. We're going to go into a yogi squat. I'm just going side to side for just a moment, maybe lifting your heels. Now, if your heels do not fully drop onto the floor, it's fine. The more you do it, it will happen. But if you need to, you can take a block. So keep staying in this pose. And I'm going to show you a variation. What I learned from my yoga classes too. Because even though I teach yoga, I still have so much to learn. I go to classes all the time. And so I sit on a block. And that can also help. And you can try that if you want to. And it actually feels really deep. It feels really good. And if you don't have a block, you can get a very firm book, but probably not. I probably don't think you should do that. Maybe putting a bunch of pillows underneath as well. It's another option. Or just being okay with not having your heels on the ground and just breathing here. Slowly going back to the breath. Today, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about myself, share with you a little bit about the practice today. Let's get a little bit deep into our body, having more of a conversation with this practice. 2 more breaths. And release. We'll take our yoga block from underneath us. Going ahead and sitting back again. And now put your feet close to each other and then do some windshield wiper. There's a little bit of a variation. And then you can stop. And then you can get however you feel is best. You can cross your feet and just come forward or just come forward, whatever is comfortable for you. We're doing a couple of cat and cows, making sure wrist, the elbow to shoulder alignment. So you need to walk your hands in. Palms shoulder width distance. Same thing as your knees. Walk it in, hip to knee alignment. And inhale. Lift your chin up. Drop your belly. Roll your shoulders in. Exhale, round through the spine, really pushing the floor away from you, protracting your shoulders. Nice round spine. Inhale. Exhale. And do a couple rounds of your own. One more round. And if you need to, you can get yourself a nice good position again. We're going to do thread the needle, extending one arm in front and threading the opposite arm under the armpits, really extending the arm that's forward. And if you can, walk your knees back. If not, just stay in stillness. Now, one of the things I have to take note of this posture is making sure my hips are even. And breathe here, noticing the noises around us, not having judgment, just taking note, knowing that those sounds are temporary, and for you to go back to your breath, go back to the moment. And sometimes these sounds are challenging, because sometimes it distracts us. But when I practice yoga, I still practice with the kids playing and making noise. Still practice when the kids come in and out. Just trying to be non-attached. Just knowing that those moments are temporary and just go back to my breath. And that's one of the things that really strengthens your practice when you have moments of distraction, to go back to your breath, go back to one pointedness. One more breath. Slowly taking your time. Do another cat and cow for me. Take your time. Not for me, for yourself, actually. Couple. And then going ahead, extending the opposite arm, threading the other arm over and extending and just dropping your head. Just going back to your breath, going back to this moment. And slowly coming up. Do a couple of cat and cows for yourself. And then we're going to go forward and back on our wrists. Really opening your palms nice and open. And Hasta Bandha. The bandhas within your hands, really grasping the floor. Even distribution of the weight. And if this is too intense, less weight on the palms. Not as deep. Now side to side. And doing a circle with your chest. One direction. And then a switch. And come back to center. We're sitting onto our calves. Making the tops of your foot onto the ground. It's really nice stretch here. Putting your hand here on top of your shins. And just again, elongating your spine. Breathing here. Feeling that stretch in the front side of your legs. Can be uncomfortable. And if you need to release and come back, that's okay. Breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling positivity, confidence, self-love. Exhaling anything that doesn't belong anymore. Any societal concept of who you should be, what you should be. Just accepting yourself and letting go of the negative image. And going back to your breath. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch our shoulders. So what we're going to do is extend both your hands overhead and then grab opposite elbow and just really bring your elbows back as well as keeping your belly in, but kind of getting a nice protecting your spine and really pushing back gently, but at the same time not letting your chest come out. Bring it in and just sit here. Going back to your breath. Going back to this moment. You may feel some intensity into your shin like I do. Just breathing through it because I know it's helping me. And go ahead and extending your hands over, grabbing your left wrist and gently going over to your right side. Really opening the sides of your shoulders, your obliques, really side body. And breathing here. Come back to center, switch. Come back to center. Let's come forward, just releasing that. Wiggling your feet behind you. Releasing that tension. Now tuck, as you can see, I'm tucking my toes in towards my knee. Now I'm going to sit back a little bit on that just to really stretch my foot the other way. And now we're going to go ahead and do another shoulder stretch. So you're going to go ahead and bring your left hand over across to touch the back of your spine. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see how I can do this. Thank you for your patience today. Okay, so same foot position. Extend your right arm, bring it across to the middle of your back, and then go ahead and bring your left arm under. And then the goal is to try to have your palms touch. Mine's don't, but it's okay. Or you can take a cloth or a strap or even a t-shirt, honestly, it's anything. And you can help you grab and help you get into that pose a little bit deeper. It's really opening, bringing your chest back in, your core in, and breathing here. You close your eyes and following your breath, not worrying about time, how long we're in the posture, just being here. Being proud of yourself, having gratitude for yourself. I have to release my feet. Let me go back into it. Tucking my toes in. And switch. Because a lot of times we have this notion that yoga teachers are these perfect beings. No, we're human. So we're going to switch the opposite. We're still humans. We still make mistakes. We still have families. We still have things to work on. We're literally just like you. We just have some knowledge because we took training, but we're still on the journey to work through all the things. I'm still working through all the things. Okay? Same thing. You could just grab a cloth and go ahead or just keep your hands in that pose. I feel really tight, and that's okay. I accept my body as it is. I have tight shoulders, but I say to myself, I love my tight shoulders. It's okay. It's me. And breathe here a little bit more. And I'm going to you keep your hands in the same position. I'm just going to show you without anything, just keeping your hands in that pose. And release. Now go ahead and get off of your feet. And now we're going to go ahead and lay down on our backs. It's actually not. Let's go on our belly because we'll do more of a gentler back bend today. Sphinx pose. So what I do is I bring my elbows in. I interlace here. Walk my elbows back that I have a elbow to shoulder alignment. And I bring my hands as like a forearm balance. Parallel to each other, palms on the ground. And I just breathe and really lifting through my chest, maybe looking forward. Just closing my eyes, excuse me. Feeling that gentle back bend. And if you're sitting here and you're like, I would like a little bit more of a challenge, not that you want to do more, you just want a little bit of a challenge, just lift your palms, lift your elbows up. But if not, you can stay in that gentle Sphinx pose. Drop your head back if you want, look up. Just breathing here. Whenever you're ready, you can always come out. Come back into it or just come out of it altogether. And let's go ahead and lay on our back. So if you do have a block, you can do a sub-occipital release. One of my yoga teachers, she taught us this in our class, and I want to share it with you. I love it. And so you take a block, and you see one of the sides here. You're going to kind of tilt your block slanted, okay, against your spine. So let's see. So I was just showing you. I take the block. I put the hard edge against, like, is an area of your head. Now be careful of your spine. Little dip in your occipital lobe area. Now, if you have any severe neck injury or any type of spinal cord issues, maybe not do this one. You can do more of a gentler one, which is just taking your hands, wrapping your hands into a basket, and putting your hands, and the stretching your head. So we'll do both. So let's do the more gentle one first, and then we'll use the block after. So I'm just gonna lay this way so you can kind of see, kind of see how the viewing works. Yeah, okay. So you can kind of see me. So I'm gonna lay back, as you can see me. Take my hands, basket my hands, interlacing them, putting it behind my head, and it's gently lifting. You can bend your knees if you want to. This helps protect your lower spine. I'm just holding it there. It's releasing the tension. That's a nice way to release tension on our shoulders. Helps open up our vertebrae a little bit more. Because over time, as we get older, we get compression. So we're just trying to decompress a little bit. Stretching the muscles. That can also put pressure onto our nerves, especially in the post-occipital, posterior cervical spine. A lot of muscles, and if you have headaches, I get headaches, so I really have to do a little bit of gentle muscle stretches. And then bring your elbows over one direction, kind of twisting the side posterior spine. Breathing here and switching over to the opposite side, both elbows over out to the side, kind of in a diagonal position. And then put your head down. That is intense. So let's try to block if you can. Now listening to your body, if you're feeling any numbness, tingling, anything abnormal, just go back to the same, more of a gentle stretch, even just turning your head side to side, gently and slowly. Maybe keeping it in one position if you need to. Take my block and keeping it in that position, holding it maybe, or releasing it. Going side to side, I feel a lot of trigger points, or whatever it's called, a lot of discomfort releasing. And just go side to side. You could even just keep holding your block and stay where you think you need to stay a little bit longer. Be holding it in one spot. And as I teach you today, I am so proud of you for coming on this live, even after the live, and just practicing. And just having gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for the practice of yoga. Gratitude for all the yogis and teachers come here before us to share this beautiful and ancient practice with love and compassion. And you can decide you're onto your intention again, get back into your intention. And maybe sharing this practice, whatever you did today, send that energy to someone else. Or if you really need it, keep it within yourself. And whenever you think you're ready, releasing the block. And let's go ahead and bring our knees into our chest in a laying position and rocking side to side. And opening into a happy baby. So opening a little bit more, bringing your heels up, bringing your heels up, dropping your knees out to the side. And always grabbing the outer side if possible. If this is too intense, you can stay right here. And whenever you're ready, releasing your legs down. Let's lay in a Shavasana together. Palms open. If you want to just accept. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. And if you need to, you can put a pillow underneath your head. Maybe a pillow underneath your legs. I'm just laying here. Giving yourself a moment. So now we're going to do a gentle inversion. So if you have a wall near you, let's go over to a wall, taking your time. And so what I do, I bring my hips all the way close to the wall. Okay? Then I slowly roll onto my back. Lift my hips, lift my legs, and just sit here. Now these inversions are very good with fatigue. If you have a lot of like sluggish blood flow in your legs, if you have varicose veins, this helps release all that blood that's been pooling in your legs, brings it back to the heart. And so you might notice if you do this for 10 minutes before you go to sleep, you might sleep a lot better. It will help with restless leg syndrome. If you're, at night, your legs are constantly moving. And so just doing consistent practice of inverting, even the most gentlest one like this, is great for your body. We're just going to rest here for a little bit of time. Now, if this is too intense for you, you can decide. Either you can stay in this position as your Shavasana, or you can go back onto your back, laying your legs out to the side, and that can be your Shavasana. And to just give your body back. Fill your cup nice and full, because we've been practicing today, a lot of movement within our body. So we're trying to seal the energy back into our bodies by resting. When the mind goes into different places, accepting the mind, being gentle with the mind, the clouds in the sky of thoughts. Just going back to your breath, thinking of maybe a couple of slow and deep breaths. Focusing on the breath as the mind calms on its own. Start to slowly wake up the body, wiggling. And bring your knees into your chest and rolling over to your right side, using your hands as pillows. Turn towards you. Keeping your eyes still gently closed. Keeping your eyes gently closed, slowly using your hands. Get back into a nice seated position. And if you want to, you can always use a block or a pillow to go under your sit bones to help elongate your spine. And going back to your breath, going back to this moment. We're going to do Pranayama. It's called Ujjayi breath, breath with sound. So what you're going to do is when you're breathing, taking your hand and you go, but you're keeping your mouth gently closed. And so slight constriction in the back of your throat, but it's not really, just kind of breathing in and out with that same type of ocean breath and breathing through your nose. So let's try it a couple moments. Maybe you, the person next to you, but there's no one next to you probably, unless it's your family member joining your practice. So you should be able to hear your breath. Slowly open your eyes. Just noticing how you feel in this moment. And I know this may have been the most smoothest practice today, but it was a practice that I just wanted to share as long as we're trying out this live. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for practicing with me.